Let's cut to it. Failure's not just a fear, it's a reality. It's ugly, it's public, and it can knock you off your feet. People love to tell you failure is a lesson. Yeah, maybe for some. But for others, failure can be the end of the road. And that's why avoiding it is instinctive. Because failing doesn't just hurt your pride, it can shatter your dreams. Think about it. If you try and fail, what do you have to show for it? A story about how you gave it your best shot? Meanwhile, life keeps moving without you. Regret? Sure, it stings, but failure? That's a gut punch that's hard to recover from.
Okay, Dax, but let's flip that. What about the regret of never trying? That feeling doesn't just sting, it lingers. Regret isn't something you can shake off. It grows with time, filling in the what-ifs and could-have-beens you'll never get answers to. Failure might knock you down, sure, but at least you know where you stand. Regret? It keeps you up at night, wondering if you could have been more, done more, if you just had the courage to take a risk. Regret doesn't teach you, it haunts you.
But what's worse, Nova? A failed attempt you can't recover from? Or an unrealized dream you might have dodged for good reason? Sometimes, those what-ifs are illusions. People talk about regret like it's this deep pain, but at least you still have your pride, your stability. Failure can take everything. Your confidence, your resources, your reputation. And once it does, climbing back up, that's not always as motivational as people make it sound. Let's be real here.
You're right, Dax. Failure does take. It takes your comfort, your illusions, and sometimes your pride. But you know what it also gives you? Perspective, growth, resilience. You don't get stronger by standing still. And as for pride, how much does that matter if it's keeping you from living fully? Regret doesn't just sit in the background. It grows. It chips away at you, slowly, quietly, until you're looking back at your life wondering, what if I'd tried? Failure ends a chapter. Regret keeps the book closed forever.
Maybe, but not everyone can recover from failure, Nova. Not everyone gets back up stronger. For some, failure just confirms their worst fears, and they stop trying altogether. Doesn't that lead to regret too?
It can, but here's the thing. Failure is finite. It's a moment, a chapter. Regret, it stays with you. It grows roots. And the longer you let it linger, the harder it is to pull out. I think the key isn't about choosing one fear over the other. It's about choosing courage in the face of both. Courage to fail, and courage to try anyway so regret never takes hold.
Fine, I'll give you that. Courage matters. But let's not sugarcoat failure. If you're going to risk it, you better be ready to take the hit.
And that's what courage is, Dax. It's not about pretending the hit won't come. It's about standing up and deciding you're worth the fight. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the choice to keep moving in spite of it.
So it's not about avoiding failure or regret. It's about not letting either one stop you.
Exactly. Courage doesn't guarantee success, but it guarantees growth. It's what keeps us from being trapped by failure, regret, or fear itself. And here's the thing. Every time you choose courage, you build it. Step by step, choice by choice, it gets stronger. So if you're afraid of failing, take the step anyway. If you're afraid of regret, try while you still have time. Courage will always meet you on the other side of fear.
All right, Nova, I'll give you this round. But I still think avoiding a faceplant is a pretty good strategy.
As long as you're not afraid to get back up, Dax, that's what really counts.
What's holding you back? Failure, regret, or fear itself? Courage isn't about avoiding fear. It's about moving forward in spite of it. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep climbing together.